Hello, Bean. Bean, will you do the intro? Will you say welcome to the Unhinged Library?
Hello!
Hi! How's everyone doing this fine Friday? We're not recording on a Friday.
I was gonna be like, oh my god, time jump.
No, but they're watching this on
I
Friday.
jump timelines sometimes, I swear to God. And I just think I haven't jumped back to my regular timeline yet.
I feel like, too, because of work, is I work a 9:80 schedule, so I'm off every other Friday.
Yeah.
And we call it Thur Fry there, because
Yeah.
it's your Thursday, Friday, and Thur Fries mess me up.
Thur fries do. I may, by the time this comes out, I may be your coworker again.
Yeah, we might be coworkers again. Isn't that crazy?
We started this because I wasn't gonna be your coworker anymore.
Yeah. And then now we might be coworkers again, so, that's super exciting.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully everyone has been doing well. It's the time of year that it's to check on your friends, definitely. Just make sure you're checking, even in your, family, things are just heavy. It's hard. We're not getting vitamin D from the sun.
Not yet.
There's not much to do. Taxes are due.
It's very muddy. Yeah, my birthday's tax day.
Literally. My mom and Hallie share a birthday, which,
And Hannah.
if you want to
Hannah
know,
has been on here.
Hallie has one of the best books of the year coming out on her birthday.
I
Wild
do too.
Wrangled. Really?
The Shatter Me book comes out on my birthday
Oh,
too.
yeah. I forgot about that. I'm excited to read that book, don't get me wrong, but it's a spin-off series. So, I'm invested, but if it was Aaron and Julia, I'd be more invested.
Okay.
But again, it's still fun. I pre-ordered it. So once I get it in the mail, I will probably eat it in a sitting.
Yeah.
Because I love those. But Wild and Wrangled, I'm excited for release date.
So pumped.
So pumped. I'm going to do the audiobook of that, and then Hallie has actually got the iPad or Kindle version of it.
Yeah, I do. I remember better if I physically read it.
Mhm.
And since I think we want to deep dive that one.
Mhm. Which, in case you guys have not checked them out, we do have the first 3 books in the series. I don't know how the YouTube girlies put them in here, but I'll at least put the book titles in there so that way you can figure it out. And if you guys have not already, we are on YouTube and Apple Podcasts at the Unhinged Library. So give us a follow if you don't already.
And help give us some guidance. Did you guys like the deep dives? Do you like us just chit-chatting?
What do you like more?
Yeah.
Like the videos that you like and dislike the videos you don't like.
Don't dislike anything, please.
Okay,
we
don't
have
dislike
feelings.
anything. Don't dislike anything. But like the ones that you do like for general ideas. Or
Comment.
if you're friends with us on Instagram, even DM us on Instagram and let us know hey, that episode was on point.
Or if you know us personally, just come up to me and yell at me if you feel the need to.
Yeah.
I'll probably cry.
Again, we're trying to do one episode a month at least of our recaps.
Yes.
Of what we're reading. So that's kind of today's episode is all of our March reads, which heavyweight champions this month. We read a lot.
Definitely.
You still read a lot, girl?
I don't know. I feel like this is a very average month for me.
I think it's also, so I read 18 books this month.
No, okay, so this is the best month so far.
Again, a strong month. I feel like February was too slow, that I needed to catch up pace. And also, I'm not the biggest fan of Storygraph, but I have Storygraph. And Storygraph tells you how many books you are behind. So that made me feel like I was a slacker.
So does Goodreads.
Does it?
Yes. Well, it shows you how many ahead you are.
Ahead, yeah. It doesn't
So
show you
you're-
how many behind.
If you're behind, you're not ahead, so you're failing.
Well, I know, but they didn't tell me how many. And
Okay.
Story was you're failing.
Do
by
not
3.
chew on the laptop. This is a birthday present.
Yeah,
It's
we
my
did that.
birthday this month.
It's our birthday month. So before we get into what we're currently reading, what are you reading right now, Hallie?
Right now I'm reading our book club book, Metal Slinger.
I'm excited for that. I have not started it. Probably will start it this weekend, I think.
I'm not very far. I'm literally 50 pages in. I am enjoying it. It's enjoyable. I like the setup. And I can kind of see where they're going. I'm just gonna hold it.
I'm going to retract what I said, too. I probably won't start it this weekend. I've already talked myself out of it.
Why?
Okay, here's the reasoning why. Hallie and I decided to go to a local book club this weekend and check out kind of how they do a book club because it's for Bestseller Book Bar. We actually did an episode there a couple weeks ago, but they have a book club there, so we're going to check that out. Then I have the 2 audiobooks right now in my Hoopla for the Hunger Games book that's about snow and the new Hunger Games books. And I'm currently reading, what one is this one called? I just started this one last night. I'm reading the Bridge Kingdom series,
Okay.
but I'm on the 5th book. So technically, this doesn't make sense to me. The book is being published April 9th, but it is available on Audible. So
Sometimes they get early releases.
So I'm listening to The Twisted Throne, which is good, but I want to do that. And then I want to read the 2nd book in one of the Cowboy series that I'm going to talk about today. And I don't know, it might be midweek next week by the time I get to Metal Slinger. I'm going to get to it.
You're probably going to finish it before I do anyway.
No way.
I'm not reading fast.
No?
No. It's been like rough with like between work and then the gym and then trying to like just maintain a modicum of cleanliness and take care of myself. I've only been reading for like maybe half an hour a day.
Yeah. If I'm going to be honest, most of my books, I mean, I did the readathon this month, but a lot of my books have been audiobooks because I feel the same way. I'm not balancing enough of my life. And I don't know, I think this month was like when I was cracking numbers and like you literally have 80 hours of your life a week. That's all you have at your disposal. To drive, to bathe, to have a social life, to go to the gym, to eat and do all those things. And it's just
rough.
It's hard to fit all that stuff in that amount of time.
Yeah. No, cuz like I try to physically read most of our book club books. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I will audio book them if it's just like available and easier.
Yeah.
But I have been waiting to read this book anyway.
Same.
So I want to like physically read it so I can like have my notes and like enjoy it. I've been doing a lot of audiobooks like at work again too. I was supposed to start the God of Malice. Mm-hmm. It's like a dark romance series.
I've heard of it, yeah.
Yeah, so they have it on Hoopla. So I was gonna start that and then like I DNF'd a series because it wasn't worth reading.
Mm-hmm. Didn't DNF any books this month? Did not actually.
Who did? I'm not gonna count my DNF books though because
I don't either.
Matter.
Lindsay was asking me, she's like, how do you remove them? I said, I just move them like how you said to like want to be read.
You can remove them from the challenge. Like Goodreads did change that.
Oh, okay.
So there is a way. I could show you on the phone, or I could show you on this later. There is a way to remove them. Audiobooks, like, I also have to physically go in and say I'm reading it, so, like, sometimes I'll get, like, done with it, and I'll be like, oh, I didn't record that, so I go back in and do it after.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Alright, the last thing before we get into this deep dive is today's Bevies are sponsored by the new tea place downstairs that just opened up.
It's fruit tea.
Fruit tea.
We did not get boba, because I have sensory issues, and she doesn't like it.
Yeah, I've only had boba once. People say the more you drink it, the more you get used to it, but I'm... No hate on it, but I'm just trying to drink a drink. I don't want to eat Jello, too.
Yeah.
But I got pineapple.
I got mango.
They're good. I like them.
And we're back on the couch for once.
Yes, we're back on the couch. Bean's not here. She
is
us.
here.
Like, she's here, but she's not, like, here.
She's
at the
supervising. She's producing at the moment.
Yeah, she's managing. Mm-hmm. All right, so do you want to start or do you want me to start?
Well, you have more, so I feel like you should start.
Okay. So my first book of the month was Not Tacadia. And I gave that 5 stars. I really enjoyed that. That's like a professor-student kind of romance and a little bit dark. And my only thing to say about that is like worms. There's something with worms in it. Like that's kind of like one of the research things. So I don't know, it was interesting. I really enjoyed it. I've never...
Like spicy live worms?
No.
Okay.
No, just like worms is like, because again, it's like a teacher thing. So like, it's like one of the things that they're looking into is worms. I just thought it was something like different wise that I haven't really read too much about. So I don't know. It was fun. It was a good time. I enjoyed it. And I physically read that. Do you want to go next two, or I can do my next two, and then if you want to go yours?
My computer's just being weird.
Okay.
I can go.
Okay, you go.
Alright, so my first read of the month was A Reign of Shadows and Endings. I listened to the audiobook. I gave it 4 stars. I feel that Tessa is frustrating, but also if you know anything about my reading habits, I would find a woman like that frustrating. But it was overall a good book.
Not bad. So I'm going to do my next 2 books just because it's a duology.
Mm-hmm.
So I did the audiobooks of these because I think they were on Hoopla. I did Road of Bones and Kingdom of Claw.
I have that one in my Hoopla right now, too.
So that's a Viking romance.
Love them.
Fun. It was fun. There is a little bit of a love triangle in it. Not too bad. But book 1, I gave 4 stars to. Book 2, I would say like 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed it. Like, again, it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe, no, flip that. 4 stars to book 1, 5 stars to book 2. That's what it was. But again, I really liked it. I like Viking romance. I want to read more Viking romance.
I love Viking romance.
Give us Viking romance recommendations.
Next month, we'll have our new one.
Yes, we will.
Yep.
That's only one.
That is only one. I have one in my Kindle right now, too. So then I'll do the next two because it's the series. So then, like, after Reign of Shadows and Endings, I read the rest of the series. So I did A Storm of Secrets and Sorrow, and A Tempest of Wrath and Vengeance. Tessa remains frustrating through this whole series if you're a person like me and finds the whininess annoying. Both books were 4 stars. It does turn in a little bit, I don't know if it's going towards why choose or like a love triangle, but yeah, it does that. Which I'm not a why choose girly. I'm not for that. I don't get it. But 4 stars, like, they were fun. I think there's a new book, like another book coming out. It left off on a really bad cliffhanger, and that's kind of why, like, I really hate Tessa, because she did something to cause that cliffhanger, and I want to strangle her.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel the rage.
Yeah.
My next book, I did the audiobook of this, which I've read this book before. Long Live the Elf Queen. This is the 2nd book in the Elf Queen series. The 4th book is supposed to come out this year at some point in time. It did get delayed in publishing, but that book I gave a 4 stars to. I really enjoy it. I like that. That starts to bring in a little bit of a love triangle, and it has 2 narrators, which I love, like a dual point of view.
You do. We both do.
And the box set of this is gorgeous. So, like, I bought the box set, and I was just like, I need to reread these just because it's pretty.
Mm-hmm. So I did Beautiful Villain. It's a Great Gatsby retelling, like reimagining retelling. 3 stars. It was enjoyable. It was very 2000s, if you remember the trend of taking, like, classics and adding vampires. Because that's what they did.
Very 2000s.
Yeah.
There's, like, some videos, like, I was watching one of someone read, like, I like watching people read series for the first time. I really should have made one, and I should make some about me reading Harry Potter for the first time, because I still haven't read book 4. I'm on book 4 or whatever, but I watched someone read Divergent recently, and they're like, wow, this is definitely, like, 2000s.
Yeah, it's
2000s.
So, like, that's how I felt with this book. It was, like, very 2000s. I won't say anything, because, like, part of Great Gatsby was, like, kind of the mystery of how Gatsby made his money, so I don't want to... They do explain it in this book.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say it, just in case anybody wants to read it and, like, have that Great Gatsby moment where, like, you're like, oh. But, I mean, the main players are all there. They're all the same names. You get it. They definitely lean into Nick being the gay cousin or friend.
Yeah.
I think in the original he was a friend, or was he Daisy's cousin in that too?
I think he's Daisy's cousin.
Okay.
Or no. No, he might be a friend.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I feel like he's a friend.
In this he's her cousin. So.
So my next book that I read, this is the start of my 24-hour readathon, which that was a lot of fun. I did my readathon probably a little bit different than other people, just because I was off helping my mom while she had surgery and stuff. So I just kind of stopped and started a timer every time I started reading.
I feel like that's the best way to do it.
Which, it worked really well for me. I mean, sometimes, obviously, like, again, I'm helping my mom after surgery, so I had to, like, stop it while I'm doing things, but I felt very accomplished, let's just say. But anyways, my first book on that was The Strawberry Pancake House. Crushed that in, like, 4 hours. That was fun. It was a good time. I like that series overall. I think it's a fun series. It's a good, like, filler series. Or, like, filler books if you're looking in between books. I would give it, like, the series overall, like, 4.25 stars. Again, they're fun. I like them. But book 5 is finally the couple that I actually want to read about.
Is it going to be the bartender?
It's going to be the bartender. And it's in September 11th, maybe?
Okay, I guess I will read Strawberry Pancake House, so I can read...
It was cute.
I feel like you can read them as standalones, so maybe I'll just skip and wait till the bartender story.
So, this one gave me very similar vibes, like similar but not, of like Lost and Lassoed, because it's like another nanny situation.
Okay.
So, like, it's like Iris, the one that you meet at the Christmas tree farm that helps her, she's like the main interest for it. I mean, I liked it. I thought it was good. Because, like, he finds out that he has a daughter that he never knew about. And her mom ended up passing away. And the grandmother is too old to take care of her. So that's why he comes to take care of his daughter.
All right.
Again, it wasn't bad. It was fun.
I don't know how I feel about the hidden children trope. Because I have a hidden children trope in this lot, too.
And, like, this one, he wanted to be, like, a Michelin star chef. And I kind of understand it. Like, the mom, it was like a casual restaurant hookup.
Yeah.
So she didn't want to, like, derail his life. And, like, say, like, whatever. Which I get, but at the same time.
Basically, yeah.
But that's always, like, how the hidden trope is. Like, oh, I don't want to derail your life with a kid. And,
yeah.
Again, the series was enjoyable, though.
That's not legal, either. You can't hide children from people.
Yeah, I don't know
Don't
why you
do that. I wouldn't recommend it.
You want me to go next on my next book, or you want to go on yours?
I can go. So my next one was our book club book for March, On a Quiet Street. 3 stars. It was a thriller. I mean, it was pretty solid.
I'll jump ahead on that for, like, that one, too. Same thing. 3 stars.
Yeah.
It frustrated me a little bit because I think at first it was a little bit hard to follow because there was just a lot going on and a lot of different names because it's, like, a small suburb with 3 women's point of views, and it's like the 3 big tropes of, like, women and what we have.
It's the 3 tragedies of women. Like, one is, like, very abused and trafficked. The other is her husband's having an affair, and the third, like, lost a child. So, I mean,
I think the plot worked well for it. It wasn't my favorite book.
And like everybody was saying at book club too, like, once you really start connecting with a character, it switches POVs. Mm-hmm. And you're like, but I wanted more of what was happening.
I think that was my biggest frustration on it, is, like, it was one chapter switch every time. And not that, like, say, like, Throne of Glass. We love Throne of Glass. You switch point of views in that. But it was just, like, you're finally actually making headway on their issues, and then you would just switch point of views.
That is literally a necklace with your face on it. Okay, attack my hair.
So the next book that I read was Fate Calls the Elf Queen, and I gave this 4.25 stars. So I didn't really say when I talked about the second book, but, like, as a brief...
Did you reread the series or just those 2? Okay.
No, I reread book 1 in February.
Okay.
And I just didn't get to book 2 and 3. And I knew what happened, so I wasn't in a rush. But it's pretty much like Leala. She was hidden away from the kingdom because she has magical powers, and she was betrothed to the prince that is supposed to come into power. And she's been hidden from this prince for her whole life, so eventually, like, obviously we wouldn't have a book if the 2 of them don't meet again in person at some point in time. And it's kind of about, like, that journey and a little bit more. That's, like, the briefest synopsis I can say. Book 3 is my favorite.
Okay, fair.
Book 3 is my favorite. Book 1 and 2, I liked it, don't get me wrong. I had fun, but by the time I was at book 3, I was like, we're here. And now I'm just waiting for book 4.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
Alright, why don't you do a couple of them, because my next ones, I'm just going to do, like, 4 of them at once, because they're a series.
Alright, so my nonfiction read for the year, because I really only do one nonfiction read a year, was Chaos, Charles Manson, the CIA, and the Secret History of the 60s. I gave it 4 stars. It was a really clear narrative, and it felt more like listening to, like, kind of like an interview. Well, not an interview. Like a researcher. Like somebody who, like, he researched this book probably, like, 20 years. So, props to him. He did a great job. And, like, the biggest takeaway is, like, if you're a true crime person, you already kind of know the conspiracies behind the Manson murders. Like, you know what was set in trial. You know how people think, like, he was part of MK Ultra with the CIA because they were giving him the acid that he was dosing everybody with. All those things, which, like, what he explored really well in his book, because, like, that was a big point in the trial, was, like, Charles Manson was incarcerated more than he was free in his life. Like, he was either in boys' homes, juvenile detention, or jail. He was, like, truly incarcerated more than he actually lived in the free world. So, how does a man like that learn the skills to, like, truly brainwash somebody? And that was, like, explored at the trial, but kind of, like, brushed under the rug. The real big takeaway I got from it was that Hollywood has always been corrupt. Like, there are things that they talk about in this book that were happening in Hollywood in the 60s that sound like our headlines today. Literally, like, mirror perfectly. Yeah. So, I mean, just don't get involved in Hollywood if you can help it. It's probably not a good place.
Fun fact about me and Charles Manson share a birthday.
Oh.
Your birthday's better.
I mean, it's different.
I remember that because it was like one of those, like, who do you share a celebrity birthday with? And I was like, why is mine Charles Manson?
Why did they only give you Charles Manson? I'm sure there's somebody else who
I think that was the one that specifically stuck out to me. I was like, I don't know much about this dude, but what I do know is nothing good.
Alright, so that was my nonfiction. Again, it was fun, and if you know about the Manson case, if you're interested in true crime, it is a long read. I thought it was worth the read. There is an audiobook. It's pretty solid. I liked the audiobook too.
Because you flipped through both of them, right?
I did. I started with physically reading it, and then I'm like, this is going to take me all year. Mm-hmm. So I just switched to the audiobook. So am I doing another one? You want me to do another one?
I'm going to do like 5 in a row, so you if you want to do another one or not.
I only have 7 left.
Okay, I'll do that against my next ones.
Okay.
So my next ones, this was still on my 24-hour readathon, is I read the Gold Rush Ranch series. So this is the first series that was written by Elsie Silver, which unintentional on my part, because I've never read any Elsie Silver, but I bought Off to the Races because the cover was cute. So I read Off to the Races. I like that, but my least favorite of the series.
Okay.
Kind of like how Emmy is. Like, I don't know, the character wasn't bad. So her name is Billy, and Vaughn is the 2 names for it. And Billy is like a horseback rider, and Vaughn is like a ranch person or whatever, a cowboy and stuff. So it's a little bit of their relationship. Again, I don't mind it too much, but Billy just wasn't my favorite female character to read about. Vaughn's okay, but the relationship, like, it was okay. Then there was a novella in that book about Vaughn's dad, and that was Out of the Gate. I really liked that one. That one was fun about his mom because his mom was passed away. So, like, the mom's already...
So it would be like if we got Amos.
Literally.
Okay.
Literally. Just like that.
Is his dad as good as Amos?
No.
No.
He's good, don't get me wrong, because, like, in that book, he ends up going to the service and coming back, and the wife, obviously not at the time, like, she's been pining for him that whole time. It was quick. It was fun. I gave that 4.25 stars. Then we went to A Photo Finish. And again, you're just following, like, different people in the ranch at this point in time. So you're following a different brother in this one. Again, fun. I gave this one 4 stars. One of my 2 favorites in this series is the 3rd book, The Front Runner. I give that 5 stars. That one's between, like, one of the enemies of Gold Rush Ranch and, like, a vet who is a friend of the ranch people. So that was fun. And then book 5 I really liked. Book 4 I really liked. I give that 5 stars. And that one's A False Start.
Okay.
So that one, again, was, like, the younger sister and his best friend, which that romance was, like, more fun than what I like Done and Dusted, don't get me wrong. We joined a book club to go talk about Done and Dusted. It's just, sometimes I think with series is you like the first book, don't get you wrong, but you get more attached.
We ate up the first book, we loved it, but it's also because, like, they had the building in there to make us like the side characters anyway.
And that's kind of how I feel like these are. Like, I like the first book, don't get me wrong, I like it, but the side characters
it's gotta start somewhere.
And this series, too, is cool because... So this is the first series, and at the end of book 4, you open up into her next. It's like her Chestnut Spring series. Because it's like a brother of someone in this different one. And so, like, you can kind of see how she started a branch. I don't know how that's going to work. I haven't even started reading them yet, but...
I'm sorry if I was just making weird faces. I'm getting a Charlie horse right now, and I'm trying really
I didn't know if you were about to burp or not.
No, I'm like because we've both been working out a little bit. I did legs, and then I did a full body at home workout yesterday, and my legs are not happy that I technically worked them out twice in a row, and my quads are killing me right now. They're trying to murder me.
All right, and I guess I'll do my one next book just because it fits the era that I'm going in. I reread Lost and Lassoed.
Oh.
Just because I love Lost and Lassoed.
Yeah.
I have toxic traits. I reread my favorite books all the time. I don't care.
That's not bad.
But obviously that's a 6-star read. I love them. And I wanted to read it because I was getting excited because Wild and Wrangled had it that if you pre-ordered the book, you could read the first 5 chapters, and I'm gluttonous. Of course I read those chapters, and then I was like, I need to reread Lost and Lassoed.
See, that's the thing between me and you. If I'm going to read a book, I better have the whole book to sit and read. I'm not going to tease myself.
Tease me.
No.
Tease me. Just like I do have a teaser for you guys. Are you ready for my teaser?
Oh my gosh. Are we doing this right now?
I mean, I feel like it works, right?
Oh my gosh.
Does it work?
It was a good segue.
It was a good segue. So, as you all know, we love Helen Shorter.
We do.
We love her.
She just got married. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Your wedding was beautiful.
Gorgeous. I loved her pictures. They were so pretty.
They
And
were.
They just look so happy. But she's coming out with book 2 after Iron and Embers this upcoming, July 21st, I think it comes out.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. And I've been fortunate enough to get a pre-release of what the cover is going to look like. So truthfully, by the time this episode is out, this cover art will already be revealed. But if not, here it is, guys. This is gorgeous.
Look at it. It's so pretty.
It is so pretty. And obviously, like, if you guys haven't checked out our Iron and Embers episode, we have a whole episode out of that. And the book of that is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot wait until this is on my shelf.
I want these books. I don't buy physical books all that often because I mainly just read on my Kindle. Also, I have a small apartment. So, yeah.
But they're pretty.
I want them.
We
Maybe
fit.
that's what I should ask for.
That's what, like, Hallie fits into for her birthday. She fits into a box set of Blood and Steel.
Yes. Actually, I've been trying to come up with ideas to ask, like, for what I want for my birthday because everybody's like, what do you want? I'm like, stability. Mental sanity.
Love.
I have love. I have a being.
Love. Unconditionally.
This is what that is.
And Jeff.
This is unconditional.
So, like, yeah, hold me.
She literally just wants 2 hands on a bean.
Mm-hmm. Alright, where are you at next?
So my next one was The Invisible Girl. It was 4 stars. It's Lisa Jewell. I like her. I've read her thrillers anyway. And so, like, this one is kind of a continuation of The Family Upstairs. It's not, I won't say it's a series. Because, like, thrillers, there are thriller series, and then there are books that connect. I'm going to say this is more of a book that connects. But it's really interesting, and it leaves off on a cliffhanger that makes me think there could be another book connecting in here somehow. Also, The Family Upstairs was probably one of my favorite thrillers I ever read, and it was because it had a cult angle, and I love cults, hence Charles Manson. I just find them fascinating. But yeah, no, so, like, I don't know. I like things with cults. It fascinates me. So, like, a thriller that has a cult in it. So that's how the first book starts. Also, it was, like, I want to say in the 60s in London, but don't quote me on the 60s. I know it was in London, and it was really interesting. She does write a lot of books that are set in London. London's just really popular for thrillers because they have the CCTV and, like, proof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone was telling me, it was because of St. Patrick's Day. They're like, do you just watch CCTV? You can just watch them. I'm like, no, I watch cat TV. Or I watch reading ambiance music. So I have, let's see, a total of 5 more books.
Alright, I think I can match you.
Alright, why don't you go first, just in case.
Okay, so the next one, or should I group these because it's a series?
You can group
that's
them.
fine.
You can group them, it's fine.
Well, then I only have 2. So go ahead.
Well, one of mine is like a series. So why don't we save our series for last? Do you have any more standalones?
One. So The Embrace of Steel and Sorrow. This was my only 5-star read of the month. This is it is a prequel to A Touch of Golden Madness, which I love. I've talked about that so many times. Do not read it first. Read A Touch of Golden Madness first, then read An Embrace of Steel and Sorrow. That is literally how the author recommends you read it, because there are things in Embrace of Steel and Sorrow that will spoil Touch of Golden Madness, and then you won't get like the full effect of reading that book. I love the world, because it's literally post-apocalyptic, but magical, but like not out of touch completely with our reality. Like, it's very modern set fantasy, and there's not enough modern set fantasy. Mm-hmm. Their magic system is also completely original to me, because they have elementals, and then they have kinetics. And, like, kinetics are all of the different types of energies, and they can harness them. Plus, like, they all look just cool. Like, they all have, like, just vibrant hair colors, and their name is based off their hair colors. So, like, there's Forrest, and, like, he's the king, he's got green hair. There's, not Onyx. Yeah, no, there's Onyx, Chrome, Slate, Gray, Scarlet, Cardinal, like, it kind of makes it easier to remember
what they look like and their names.
Yeah, there was a really big cliffhanger at the end of the book, and I want to reread Touch of Golden Madness now, but I don't think it was brought up in that book, so now I have, like, just this in my head, and I have nothing to do with it, but I'm hoping there's another book later this year, I think, and I'm so pumped for it. So definitely check that series out. I loved it. I thought it was phenomenal.
Nice. So, let's see, I have 2 more standalones this month that I did. So the first one was Offside, and that one was just on Audible for free, and I was just looking for like a fluff filler in between things. That's just like a hockey romance. It was fun. It was a good time. Yeah. It was 4 stars. I haven't really continued the series. I'm just not that attached to everyone. So maybe I will, maybe I won't, but I'm not in a rush to continue it. But it was still fun. It was a good time.
Do you want to hear my mini rant about hockey romances?
I want to do one quick rant. There should be more lacrosse romances, but let's hear the hockey rant.
So these hockey romances are really nice, but none of these men actually play hockey. They don't talk like hockey players. They don't use any of the ridiculous slang.
Hang on. Was this... Actually, no, I lied. Never mind. Keep going.
Yeah, they don't use any of the ridiculous slang. Like, come on. You're telling me you've talked to a guy who played hockey and he didn't call you a bird? Like, excuse me? That doesn't happen. Also, they don't have all their teeth. I don't care who you are. If a guy plays hockey and gets to a collegiate level, they have at least 3 fake teeth. Or they're just missing and they put in the
flippers or
yeah. Fight me on that.
So my next book is not a hockey romance, but it's like a cowboy hockey romance.
What the fuck?
But it's not. Okay,
cowboy hockey romance. This is some Canadian shit, isn't it? Are they in Canada?
So this is the book that... Yes, they are in Canada.
Okay, they better be. I'm like, you have cowboys and hockey. You have to be in Canada.
Yeah, they're in Canada. I'm trying to remember whether... Yeah, I was like, yeah, they're in Canada. So this one, this girl ends up... Her and her fiance end up splitting, and she comes back to her hometown, and it's her...
Okay, I think you told me about this. I'm actually mildly interested in this one.
It is pretty good. I liked it.
Are you going to say this title?
Oh, yeah. Holding the Reins. Sorry, I did not say that. I put this in for book club last month. I never get picked, in case you want to know.
You came close this month.
I came close. I made it to number 2. I made it to the final 2. So this one, it's like she comes back. It's a brother's best friend. So there's like a couple. There's like 2 brothers. Her father has passed away, and the brother's best friend used to play hockey at a professional level, but he no longer plays hockey at a professional level. But he has like an ice rink in the town that he runs, and they do play one hockey game. It is at like the end of the book, kind of, but they do play one hockey game.
Okay.
So I'll give them that. And the only hockey like slang was puck bunnies, but
see, that's surface level. I'm sorry.
I wanted to see her like dangle, slap, and Sally.
Literally, if you're not talking like Riley and Jonesy, if you don't at least have one Ferda in that book, it's not a hockey romance. Please, if you have questions, just go watch Letterkenny or Shoresy and model their speech patterns, because that's their speech patterns.
So I'm hoping this is actually the book that I want. I wanted to start this last night, but I was playing games on my phone, so that's why I started just like the Twisted Throne.
Yeah.
But I'm probably going to start, I think it's called Training the Heart. I probably won't start it tonight by the time we're done filming, but probably tomorrow I'll start it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was fun. It was a good time. And then, yeah, so what's the last series that you read
The last
month?
series I read is the Reynolds Protection Group books. People have probably seen them on online, and they're kind of billed as like, well, at least the last one really is Criminal Minds as a romance series. So like the last one is very much Dr. Reed. I looked like Archer. I could kind of see a little bit of Hotch, not completely. Gunner, definitely see Morgan. Hunter, I mean, I want to say it's like Elvez, but I'm really not sure. But, I mean, overall, all 4 books were 4 stars. I really did enjoy them. Oh, I do have one more.
Well, then you can finish this up then.
Yeah. So all 4 books were 4 stars. I did really enjoy them. Archer kind of had like a little bit of a mob angle because like the girl was escaping the Irish mob. Hunter was like really what got me to like kind of have a soft spot in the series, because like he used romance novels to like find a way to spend time with the woman he wanted to be with.
Aww.
And like I like guys who like romance novels, except I don't actually have one in my life. I only like them in books. Please don't. This is not an invitation.
Yeah, no invitations, please.
And then like Gunner was a hidden pregnancy from a hookup. Like he hooked up with this girl, like did not even know each other's names. He was just put on security detail by her father for her, and then like she got off the plane pregnant, and she's like, "Oh, it's you. Oh, this is yours." Which like I appreciated that there was no like, "Are you sure?"
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that was like a hidden pregnancy, and then Ranger is the Dr. Reed one. He falls in love with a romance author, and I just loved that. I thought it was cute.
Oh, Dr. Reed.
Yes.
So, my last series that I read, I didn't finish the series. Obviously, I'm still reading book 5 right now. So, I did the Bridge Kingdom series, and I did book 1, 2, and 3. So, the Bridge Kingdom, I have the physical books, but these, again, are all available on Audible. So, this follows Laura, who she is born to a king who has multiple wives, so he has multiple daughters. So there's 20 daughters who are all shipped off to live in the desert at age 5, and they're pretty much raised to be assassins so they can kill the prince, because one of them is to be betrothed to a prince of another area. We're just going to make life easy. Of another area, and they've never met. So Laura ends up framing her sister's deaths and going to go with this prince and go to be married with him, but of course she's trying to kill him the whole time she's there. Book 1, I ate up. That was 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. Book 2 started the rage reading. Not bad, but it started there. But I think Laura had her redemption, because book 1 and 2 are about Laura and Aaron, and then like book 3 and 4 are about a different couple. So I felt like book 2 ended well. I gave that 4 stars. Book 3, Inadequate Heir, that was frustrating, because that follows Karis and his love interest, Zara. Again, fun, but I don't know. I gave it 4 stars, but I think I like book 1 and 2 the best out of the series so far.
I don't think she is.
I don't think so either.
I'm sorry, that just sounded...
Again,
sounded a little...
Yeah. I think I just like any stories with assassins.
That's the thing, is you love them because of Game of Thrones. I mean, they have assassins in there too. Have you read? No.
No, I don't think I'll probably read Game of Thrones. I feel like some of the books, like, I feel like my core growing up was, like, built on that type of stuff. Of, like, whether it's, like, Hunger Games, because, like, that's an assassination challenge. Divergent, you're freaking killing everyone for it. Maze Runners, same thing. Like, that was, like...
They moved us to like it, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, it's okay, I love it.
Yeah. I love it. So, the book I skipped because I've been skipping around my list. Home is Where the Bodies Are. I gave it 3 stars. it was predictable. And, like, honestly, it kind of reminded me of my mom's family. Like, my mom and her siblings. I definitely saw it in the book. And that's weird to say, like, what if you finish the book and you know what happens. But I'm just like, yeah, no, like, the dynamics at play here very much so remind me of it. So.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah.
So, what are your, like, we're both mood readers. So, I don't think we necessarily have, like, April TBRs.
I mean, obviously, Wild and Wrangled.
Yep, that's like our high one.
Metal Slinger.
I do want to do the Hunger Games books this month.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've had Songbirds since it came out. I bought it when it was originally released, and I've just never read it.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to read that. I think that's like mostly that I have in mind. I'm just in a cowboy era, so I feel like I'm probably going to read some more of like Elsie Silver's work.
I know. I feel like I might get into Elsie Silver's this month, like depending on how satisfied I am after Wild and Wrangled.
Mm-hmm.
But
which she's coming out with the second series this year too. I'm super excited for her. Lila. I don't know if it's Layla or Lila.
Lila.
I think it's Lila.
Layla?
I've listened to it before on like her Audible.
Yeah.
Like of it, which still Lost, Lassoed, and Lane, man, that makes me cry. That is such a good tribute to her dad. Like the one that she talks about her dad, just like.
I'm like looking through my like want to reads, and it's like I have some that I'm like, oh yeah, like maybe this month, but otherwise, like I just pick up what I want.
Yeah, again, I think like you said, like Wild and Wrangled is my big one this month that I want to do.
Oh, I do want to read that the zombie cowboy romance I found.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. That one. I want to try to read that one this month.
Not bad. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with my Audible credits this month. And I gotta figure out if I want to buy the box set for Blood and Steel. Next episode, we don't know what we're gonna do yet.
Yeah, I haven't decided.
So if you guys have things that you want to see from us, let us know. If you just enjoy listening to us yap in Hallie's apartment here, thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
If you don't follow our socials, as always, I link those in the description below, and I will put our Instagram handles above and our podcast Instagram handle as well.
Yes.
So if you don't follow us already, follow us on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and Instagram, and hopefully you guys are all having a great reading journey.
Yeah, I was going to say you too. We are the ones saying it.
Yeah, we're the ones saying it this time. All right, y'all. Stay hydrated and read more books.
Yes.
Bye.
And move your limbs.